ever catch yourself like on a Monday morning already thinking about Friday night,
Oh, totally.
you're definitely not alone.
Yeah.
We are diving into this story, this really personal account from someone who just nails that feeling, that weekend anticipation. You know, when you're like, this is going to be the time.
Yeah.
But then also that reality check.
Yeah.
When things, well, they don't exactly go to plan.
Yeah, and I think what's so interesting about this particular story, what really stood out to me, is how it highlights what so many people go through. You know, especially I'm thinking like younger guys who are like navigating the social scene.
Oh, absolutely.
And maybe feeling that pressure to kind of win the weekend.
Yes.
Like it's a competition or something.
Right.
It's that whole this is going to be epic turning into, well, guess it's me in the cereal aisle again.
Exactly.
And we've all been there.
Right. Oh, yeah.
But this guy, he really puts it all out there.
He does. So starting with how he maps out his weekend, like it's a strategy session or something.
Yeah.
And it's less about like actual plans, right?
Yeah.
It's more about like this deep desire to actually connect with someone.
Absolutely. He details this whole like week-long buildup.
Yeah.
Almost like he's like mentally mapping out, you know, all these different paths to maximize his social interaction.
Totally.
It's like he's approaching it like it's a game.
Yeah, with like rules and everything.
Yes.
And he even admits to doing that mental checklist thing, right?
Uh-huh.
Hit the gym, make sure you're looking good, you know, send out those hopeful texts.
Right, like checking off the boxes. But what I found fascinating is that even though he's doing all that, right? Like he's putting in the effort, he's checking things off the list, there's this underlying tension.
Oh, yeah.
Like this fear of it not working out.
Projection.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he's chasing connection, but he's also bracing for disappointment.
Always.
At the same time.
And in this case, that disappointment, it hits him hard.
Yeah.
He describes it using this analogy. Like he's the king of Spain on Friday.
Uh-huh.
And then by Sunday night, let's just say much less regal.
Okay, yeah.
It's funny, right?
It is funny.
The way he puts it.
Yeah.
But you can tell like underneath it's this raw emotion.
Yeah. It really speaks to that feeling of inadequacy.
Totally.
Like, you know, not quite measuring up.
Yeah.
Even if it's all, you know, self-imposed.
Yeah. And it's right around then that he starts talking about this idea that that women just have it easier when it comes to like the weekend and socializing and all that.
Uh-huh.
He even says something like, for you ladies, it must be so easy.
Yeah. Now obviously that's coming from his perspective, right?
Awful.
And it's really important to acknowledge that, you know, women they face their own pressures.
Oh, absolutely.
Their own expectations.
Yes.
It's not a free pass by any means.
Oh, no, for sure.
But his comment, it does give us a little window into what a lot of men feel.
You think so?
Yeah, like there's this societal expectation.
Yeah.
You know, almost like an unspoken rule.
Yeah.
That men, they should be the ones to make the first move.
The initiators.
Yes, the pursuers. The ones to make things happen.
And that's got to be pretty isolating.
Yeah.
You know.
It can be.
When you feel like you're the only one
Yeah, for sure.
dealing with all that.
And it's interesting. He brings up this whole idea. What if everyone approached the weekend
Yeah.
with that like same intensity?
Oh, wow.
You know,
Okay.
like everyone's going in with that same playbook.
Wow. So everyone's like strategizing?
Right. Everyone's trying to maximize those 48 hours of freedom.
That would be, I mean, would that be better?
Right.
Would it be worse?
It'd be like this bizarre social experiment.
Right.
I don't know. It's an interesting thought,
It is.
but it does make you think.
Yeah.
Like maybe what he's really getting at is this deeper kind of longing
Like a longing for what?
for effortless connection.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, that's something that probably a lot of us can relate to,
Totally.
regardless of, you know, gender or anything like that. It's that desire for those moments where you connect with someone and it just feels easy.
Right.
You don't have to overthink it.
You're just, in the moment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so when those moments don't happen, you know, when those connections don't materialize.
Yeah. What then?
Well, he talks about that too. He talks about the coping mechanisms.
Oh, okay.
You know, how we deal with those disappointments.
Yeah. We all got them.
Right. And one that really resonated with me was the importance of friendship.
Oh, yeah. Friends are the best.
He even talks about that classic scene, right?
What's that?
After a long night out,
Yeah.
you come home, maybe a little bit bummed,
Yeah.
and you're with your friends, and they're raiding your fridge.
Been there.
It's such a relatable anecdote.
It is.
It really speaks to the power of those close friendships.
Yeah.
Those people who just get you.
Totally.
Even when you're feeling down.
Yeah.
And actually there's a lot of research out there.
Really?
Oh yeah, that shows that having strong social support, it's incredibly beneficial for your mental well-being.
That makes sense.
And this is especially true for young men, who often they face those societal pressures to kind of, suppress their emotions.
Yeah, they're told to, like, man up.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Bottle it up. But those friendships, they give you that space to just be yourself.
It's like, okay, maybe my love life's a mess.
Right.
But at least I've got these yahoos and, like, half a pizza.
Exactly. And that's where the humor, I think, in this story really, really shines through.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's not that he's like, dismissing his disappointment.
Right.
But he's finding a way to laugh about it.
Yeah.
With his friends. He's finding those moments of camaraderie.
Yeah.
Those shared experiences that help us, get through the tough times.
That gets through, yeah.
And it's not just the humor. You can really feel his vulnerability.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole story, the frustration, the desire to feel validated, those moments of self-doubt.
Totally.
It's all right there.
He even talks about, like those times when you start wondering.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what am I doing wrong?
What am I doing wrong? Yeah.
And it can really mess you up,
Yeah.
When you start, like, internalizing all that stuff.
It's so easy to do.
It is. It's like, oh, another Friday night. Another letdown. Maybe it's me.
Yeah. And you start questioning yourself.
Yeah, like, am I the problem?
Absolutely. But here's the thing. Connection, it's not, it's not like a light switch.
Okay.
You can't just like turn it on and off. It's more like
like what?
Like the tides.
The tides, okay.
It ebbs and flows,
Okay, like that.
It's not about reaching some perfect level of social, bliss.
Right.
It's more about learning to ride the waves.
So how do we do that? How do we, like, get better at riding the waves?
Well, it starts with self-awareness, I think.
Yeah.
Noticing those negative thoughts.
When you're, like, spiraling.
Yeah, exactly. And instead of letting them take over, you challenge them.
But how?
Yeah.
How do you challenge them?
Well, you can start by asking yourself, is this thought even true? Or is it just, my insecurities talking? And even if those thoughts feel true, even if there's some truth to them, you don't have to let them define you.
Okay.
You can choose to reframe those experiences.
Instead of, I messed up again, it's...
What can I learn from this?
Ooh, I like that. What can I learn from this?
Right.
Instead of beating myself up.
Exactly.
I love that.
And hey, don't forget the power of a little humor.
Oh, yeah, gotta laugh at yourself.
Right. Like our friend in the story with his, late night fridge raiders.
Yeah, yeah.
It's about finding those moments of joy.
Yeah.
Connection, even in the midst of all the ups and downs.
And maybe that's the key takeaway here. Like, life's messy.
Right.
RS.
Yeah.
Relationships are messy. But those moments of genuine connection, whether it's with a romantic partner, with friends, with family, those are the moments that really matter.
Those are the moments we remember.
They are. And that's what we're going to leave you with today. Think about a time maybe you were younger when you really felt that desire for connection.
Maybe you're feeling unsure, a little bit lost, like the guy in the story.
Yeah.
Knowing what you know now, what would you tell your younger self? What advice would you give? What wisdom would you share?
Good one.
And that's our deep dive for today. Thanks for listening.